Good morning. Welcome to Leave It Love, my channel. This is my last bit of Ancestor Money, so I kind of did not want to burn it, but it's like I want to burn it. Like I want to honor my ancestors. I want to thank them. I just like burning it. It has become such a habit for me to burn Ancestor Money all the time. You can always order your own Ancestor Money through Amazon.com, and you search in the search bar, you put in Ancestor Money, and all of the different kind of currencies will pop up. So I don't have a lot. This is all I have, but okay, so I have two bundles like this, so I'm gonna just burn one so I could come back another day. So I have one of those. These are all 1,000, so I'll take some of these and then leave that for there. This one is the, let's see, 100,000. This is 500 million. 500 million. So I'm gonna take some of those. Yeah, some of those. And then I have a check. I have a blank check. The Heaven Bank there. It's a blank check, and I have a credit card. So I'm gonna just burn one. So I think I'm gonna go with the credit card, and I'll burn the check later when I do that batch. So I have one stack of thousands of the US. It is paper Ancestor Money. It's not real. So I'm gonna take half. I'm gonna take half and burn half today and do the other half later. So I broke it in half. This is the last poster I have. I have my window open, so you are gonna hear the city. You are gonna hear the Bronx. I am in New York City, and oh my God, you hear this noise? That's a plane. That's a plane. That's a plane passing by. But I have to have the window open because if I don't have the window open, the fumes are gonna. I'm gonna suffocate. I was like, I can't suffocate. So I have to have the window open. But back to Ancestor Money. So this one, it says Hell Banknote, and it's like a flyer. And the Emperor's there, and his maidens are there. And that's the money tree there. I wish I understood Asian writing. I don't understand it at all. So I don't know what it says. It's all in Asian letters. Even the back is in Asian letters. It has a temple there, the dragons there, and Hell Banknote. Because you don't know where your ancestors went. But you know that they're okay. They are in the spirit room, and they are okay. You know, but you just want to acknowledge them. You want them to know that you love them. And you want to give them ancestor money. So that's the purpose of burning ancestor money, is to acknowledge your ancestors, is to thank your ancestors, is to let them know that you are here, you are aware that you have ancestors, and you want to honor them, you want to acknowledge them, you want them to know that you know you got ancestors, because we all have ancestors. The thing is, none of us know like who our ancestors are. None of us know how to acknowledge our ancestors, how to thank our ancestors. None of us know. So none of us do it. That's why a lot of people don't know about ancestor money. So knowing about ancestor money, burning ancestor money, it builds a stronger connection with your ancestors. That is the purpose of ancestor money. You don't have to be Asian. You don't have to be any race. All races. We can all do this. Any religion, any race, any culture, anyone can do this and remember your ancestors. All it is acknowledging the fact that you have ancestors. All of us have ancestors. We just don't know them. So when you burn this money, you acknowledge your ancestors, is by saying, like, okay, I lit my candle. It's so that it's easier for me to ignite the paper. So I'm igniting it, and it's always with my right hand. So it's your giving hand. Your giving hand is your right hand. So with your right hand, you say, this is for my ancestors, known and unknown. You know, you want them to have a good life. in the afterlife. So that's the purpose of burning ancestor money, is because you don't know like what your ancestors could be going through in the spirit realm. You don't know if they have what they need, or if they're going through any struggles. I'm so sorry about this noise, but I have to have my window open. And it's noisy in the Bronx. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My bad. But, burning ancestor money is for you to build a stronger connection with your ancestors. That is the purpose of burning ancestor monies. It doesn't matter where you come from. You could be Celtic. Your ancestors could be Celtics. They could be witches. You don't know. You don't know. Because it was centuries ago. You don't know where your ancestors come from, but you have to acknowledge them. You have to know where. You have to know. The more you burn ancestor money, the more you will receive your messages, and the more you will know about your ancestors, because you're taking time out of your life to burn ancestor money and say, I want to have a connection with my ancestors. I love my ancestors. And I want them to know that I'm here for them. That's all this is. It's just acknowledging them. Because your ancestors are in the spirit realm. They're not here. And whatever goes on, excuse me, in the spirit realm, it's like you don't see it and you don't know. So, but burning ancestor money it acknowledges your ancestors, all of them, all of the ancestors, known and unknown. You acknowledge them and you burn this money, because some people do offerings. They have their altars with water, wine, fruits, their favorite dish, and people honor their ancestors. I think in the when they do the Asian festivals, like they do these they float. It's like the gas from the fire. It makes the balloon float, and they float, and it's just so beautiful, like to see everyone's little balloon that's to honor their ancestors. It's a beautiful sight. Like when they do it, I don't know if I saw it on a cartoon or something, but I think people really do this to honor their ancestors. It's like a big deal. And I thought it was beautiful, like to honor them that way, like to release this balloon in the air to remember them. Like I would want to do that one day. But this is the easy way for me to connect to my ancestors, is burning ancestor money. So I burn it often. I burn it frequently. I burn it any chance I get. I burn ancestor money is to acknowledge the ancestors, because we all have ancestors. Even if you're not close to your family, you still have ancestors that's not your family. We all have ancestors. Even if your family doesn't know them, you have ancestors. We all have a history. We all come from something. A lot of people went to war. They fought in the war. You could have ancestors that fought in the war. You don't know. So you honor them. All of the fallen heroes, you honor them, because it's a big deal. And you don't want them to feel forgotten. Like, you want them to know that, hey, I'm here. I'm burning this for you. All of the ancestors, known and unknown. So now I'm going on to the US. All the things that we go through in this life, the ancestors went through it too. Some of us have curses, generational curses, The only way to break your own generational curse is you have to pay attention. You pay attention to your family. You pay attention to people, to things, to situations. Because every situation that you go through in this life, your ancestors went through it too. And you have to know how to handle that same situation better than the ancestors did. You know, if we have a curse, you have to be able to break that curse. But the only way to break it is you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. No one is going to tell you. The family members can get mad. If you break it, they'll get mad because you broke it. You know, it's strange. Why would you get mad? Like, why would you want to stay cursed? Break the curse. You know, you just have to do things differently. Pay attention. And it is okay to be different. To be different. To be better. It is okay. God loves you. Your ancestors love you. Your ancestors will do anything for you because you're the only one that could be fighting for them, that could be honoring them, that could be thinking about them. And my fire is going high. So I know the city noise is, I'm in New York City. I'm in noisy part of New York City. I'm in the city. So it's just noisy in the city and I cannot control the noise. If I lived in the countryside around nobody, then I could control it, you know, but I can't control this noise. It happens. So I am so sorry. But I'm gonna acknowledge my ancestors and I'm gonna burn this money for my ancestors because I love them. And I thank them for being there for me through this spiritual warfare. I'm glad that they are there for me. I have not lost my mind. I have not gone crazy. I have become a better human, you know? And I want to help others. And I make these videos because I want others to be aware that we have ancestors. That we, all of us, we all have ancestors. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. You have an ancestor. And your ancestor loves you. And there can be things that happened within the family that's unjust. Your ancestor knows what happened. You know, the family don't want to talk about it, but your ancestor knows. And it takes one person to sit there and do things differently. I dropped the paper. I have little tiny shorts on. Like, these are, you know, I should have burnt that credit card first. But let's go. I hope it burns. It's not gonna burn. Okay, so that's my last. Well, I'm gonna burn the credit card last. I should have burnt it first. But it's okay. The paper, it could be cardboard or whatever, but it does turn into ash because the purpose is to burn it for your ancestors. So that's the purpose of burning the credit cards, is to give it to your ancestors, to honor them, because you want them to have a good life in the afterlife. The credit card burns a little slower. I should have burnt it first, but I did not. That was my bad. But it's burning now. It's just taking a while to burn. You see that? How it burns? So it does burn differently. It's over. So it burns differently. But it burns completely into ash. So there's no like residue or There's nothing left over. It turns completely into ash. I don't have to play with it. I don't have to mess with it or anything. So I see that this side didn't burn completely, but I'm gonna wait for it to go completely out before I sit there and I go back. So well, I could burn it on my time so that I don't have to waste you guys' time on here. So I'm gonna finish this up on my time. And thank you for watching. Thanks for clicking on the video. And that's it. So have a good day. It's Tuesday, so happy Tuesday. And I'll come back later today and talk about something. All right. Bye. Always leave with love. Bye.